Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to do a quick video to let you know about my first knock in Lil Blue II, which happened last night. I think it's anyhow. It's I'm over parked. I'm parked over at Good Park, Alex J. Good Park in Palm Bay, Florida. And I was just testing this location out because it's got decent Wi-Fi access for me through Bright House, and also it has a nice restroom facility with water and electricity, 120 volt access, and a lovely view. So I decided to test this spot out and found my clip here for my drawer unit that I need to fix, and I need to fix this droopy window thing that fell apart due to the extra weight I put on it. Anyhow, um, the police knocked on my door last night, or knocked on my window, or the vans. I don't know where they were knocking, but they were knocking, and woke me up at about like 3:15 a.m. It's not my first encounter with the police, but my first one with Lil Blue II. So I was relatively calm. You know, they shined their light inside and then knocked on it and woke me up. I saw the light shining, and then they announced their presence. They said, "This is the police." And I said, "Oh, okay, hang on a moment." They said, "Can you open up the door?" So I slid open my door to talk to them. And basically, they just told me that, this is a city park and there's no overnight parking here. So, and meanwhile, they asked for my paperwork, my driver's license, basically, to run my ID to see if there was anything out against me or anything. And I gave them my driver's license. They had seen me inside the van and saw the setup in there and was like, "Whoa, this is like way cool. There's like even a TV in here." Like, no, that's actually a monitor. I hook it up to my laptop to watch movies, but I don't use it much because it drains the house battery, which I use to run the fan. Of course, on this morning, you can see here I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's actually cold. It's 63 degrees inside the van right now, and we are in Florida. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to dress warmly and stuff if I'm to head up north. I was planning on heading across the whole country, but it is near the end of October right now, and I probably won't leave here till early November, which will be even colder. I was planning on just making my zip across the country, but I'm debating that thought because it might get too cold and I don't want to be stuck somewhere in the cold. I do not have all the gear for cold weather, and I don't care to try to get the gear for cold weather. So, what it's looking like right now is, well, I'll talk about that in another video because I'm going to talk about the police here in this video and explain. Let me lock this up here because we're gonna go for a walk. You can see I'm drying some clothes here, but I'm gonna go for a little walk here and show why I was kind of parked here. It's a very scenic view. It's a nice little park. It's a quiet park, and there's like a boat launch here. You can go kayaking and other stuff. I think if I had a kayak, yeah, they probably would have been giving me less of a hassle, on the top of my roof. And I was like, yeah, I was parked here to go kayaking at sunrise or whatever. I don't know, but anyhow, they asked me what I was doing, and I told them the truth, which is, I told them that I was testing my vehicle out for camping because I'm getting ready to go cross country, which is what's happening. I will be going cross country here shortly, and decided to park at this park to test it out. And they said, well, no overnight parking. Um, and then, they told me that you got to be careful around the spot because there's like weirdos that come out here at night. I'm like, oh, the last time the police told me about weird stuff was at the compound, and then the Walking Dead dude tried to attack me. Tried to break into my vehicle while I was sleeping in there. So I'm like, I'll take that warning seriously. So they told me that they recommend that instead of parking here, that I park at like Walmart or something. So, if anything, now I know that in Palm Bay, at least around here, the police are recommending that you park at Walmart. So, if I need to park out here, parking by that Walmart off Malabar, yeah, it's Malabar Road, Port Malabar. No, it's Malabar Road. If I park off Malabar Road, um, that should be a fairly safe spot to park without police harassment. If they do knock on your van or your vehicle, you can tell them, oh, see, oh, look at that jumping fish. Did you see that? Did you see that? Anyhow, there's fish jumping all over the place here this morning. You can fish here, So if you come to this park, recommendation, this park is called Good Park, and it's off Port Malabar Road, and it's in Palm Bay. You can go fishing here. You can go kayaking, canoeing. I can go swimming. All this water is pretty gross. See, somebody's out bringing their boat and about to go out for an early morning fishing trip. So don't park here overnight unless you want to get hassled by the police. But they were very friendly. I think they were there for like 10 minutes just running my ID, and since there was nothing bad, they even told me I could go ahead and stay there and sleep the night because it was like 3 a.m. They knew I'd be there another 3 or 4 hours, so they said they'll let me sleep. So I went back to sleep. But that's pretty much my tip for dealing with the police. Just tell them the truth. Now, if you're traveling, like you're going cross country, just let them know, you're traveling cross country and you're traveling in the van. Most of the time, what they'll do is basically just send you on your way if you're not allowed to park somewhere. But what you can do is ask them, you say, do you have any recommendation on safe parking spots where I can park and be safe and not be hassled? And they'll usually tell you where you can go. Most of the time, it's out of their area. They don't want to deal with you in their area, but they'll send you away as long as you're not, police aren't looking for you or anything. You're usually fine. Don't be confrontational. Always treat them with respect. Say yes sir, no sir, and comply with what they're asking you to do. Especially in today's environment, with people just attacking cops. I'm not a big fan of cops, but I respect their job. It's a dangerous job, and they don't know who they're pulling over. You could be some crazy drug person or somebody with a warrant or whatever, and you could have weapons. They did ask me if I had any weapons, and I told them nothing really, just camping gear. And the reason I told them that was that they searched the vehicle, they would find, my machete and my axe and some other stuff in there that's used for camping. But no, like no bazookas, no shotguns, no, no, nothing like that. So they didn't search anything. They just, because they could look in the vehicle and see that, I was set up as a camper and it looked like a really nice camper. They were like really impressed. They were like, whoa. And I said, you want to learn how to do this? Check out my channel, man. And then I even asked them if they wanted to appear on my video. They said, so what do you do for a living? And I was like, well, I'm doing YouTube right now, blogging on YouTube. There's something there. I don't know if that's an alligator or something moving in that water. But well, I do YouTube videos showing people how they can set up their van and do this, and then how they can travel on it cheap and stuff. Do you guys want to appear in my YouTube channel? They're like, oh no, we're not very photogenic. So I didn't film them. I just let them be, and they were nice to me. But that's my tip for those of you who have never been, in a van or had the knock in the middle of the night. If the police do knock, they'll usually shine a really bright light and try to get your attention. If they end up shaking your vehicle and stuff, they probably have been knocking and you didn't wake up. And you see all the fish jumping out here? Isn't that cool? Well, when they knock and when you do wake up, just say, yes, sir. Hang on a moment. Who are you?" If they don't announce themselves, because they have to announce themselves when you say, "Who are you?" And if they're the police, then they're the police. Don't go crazy. If they don't answer, then they're probably not the police. So just ask who they are. And I would say, 99% of the time, if you're not doing anything weird, unless the cop's like a jerk, they're gonna leave you alone. They're gonna, some of them might be kind enough to let you spend the night there and then just move out the next day. Sometimes, most of the time, if you're really not allowed there, they'll send you on your way. Now, in my situation, I'm from this area, and my driver's license shows that I'm from this area. So, I told them, hey, look, I just live down, over here at this address here. I'm just testing this out before I go full blown, full time cross country. So they didn't really give me too much of a hassle. But had my license been from out of state or from another county, and I say I'm just passing through, I'm traveling across country in my vehicle, taking pictures and stuff. I'm a photographer. I could show them my camera equipment, which I did show them. I take scenics and stuff like that, sunrises and whatnot, and they send you on your way. They're usually not out to get you. They're just doing their job, patrolling the area and looking for anything that's suspicious or not allowed, like parking your vehicle in the city park. So, until next time, everybody. Hope you have a good day. If you do find yourself here, Good Park is worth stopping by. It's a beautiful park. I don't know if you can see. I guess there's a kayak or canoe down there. There's also all sorts of birds and stuff that come by here. I had taken my son here for the summer, and it was like awesome. I see big splashing there. I don't know if that's manatees. Sometimes manatees and dolphins may come through here. This water is actually Turkey Creek. So this is Turkey Creek, and you can see there's wildlife birds over there. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to zoom in here. There's little white specks in the distance. Those are birds. And see them over there? They're flying across the reeds back there. And then over there in the far distance, there's some kayakers. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit. Kayakers launching their boat. There's another park over there in a boat launch. And that bridge, you see, there's a train. So train runs through here about twice a day, I think, 2 or 3 times a day. And then beyond that is US 1. And there's actually parking there for fishing. You can see somebody's brought their boat in, and they're getting ready to head out to go fishing and stuff. So this is Good Park of Port Malabar. I'm looking at those splashes. You see I don't know if you can see the water ripples there. That could be manatees. So it's pretty cool. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Oh, doing great. What a great day, huh?
Yes, it should be.
All right, and there's our sunrise, which is my call. Hey, that's just from the boat. I thought it was a turtle or something. But the sunrise is right there. I'm going to shine away from sunrise. They've got information here for boaters while on the water to watch out for the manatees, observe the wake zones. This is Good Park. Just information here about the park. Some information for boaters. And if you're out there, some of you, carry kayaks or boats with you. I'm hoping that I can get enough funds. I'm gonna carry at least 1, maybe 2 kayaks with Lil Blue, so that when I get to a place like this, whether here or another state, I can just pull out my kayak and go for a ride. So basically, trying to make it so that, well, first off, like right now, I'm mostly just surviving here in the city, waiting until I close out my business here with the state of Florida and Brevard County. But once I start traveling, I will start calling myself a traveler. Right now, I'm kind of just still in testing mode. You know, I'm trying to test my vehicle out and systems and make sure everything's good and working. Get some funds and get all my paperwork done, and then it'll be time to really travel, which I hope is coming up very soon. Have a good day, everybody.